Hi guys and welcome to my channel. I am Akira Johanna, and if this is the very first time you've ever come across my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'm grateful that you clicked on this video, and please stay until the end. So who is Akira Johanna? First and foremost, I am a mental health advocate. I am someone who suffers, I don't like to call it suffering, but someone who deals with anxiety, with depression, someone who is a risk taker, someone who doesn't like to be controlled, likes to lead and not follow. I am someone who is always going to, look for the simple ways of living. In January of 2020, I decided to move to Jamaica with minimal planning. I was in Jamaica for a total of a year and a half. I also in that year had a baby, gave birth in Jamaica, and I'm currently back in London, which brings me to what I want to talk about today, because I haven't really done much videos leading up to me moving back to the UK. And so I want to just answer some of you guys' burning questions. First and foremost, it was a bit of a struggle, because I wasn't just coming back to the UK with myself. I was coming back to the UK with a fresh 4-month-old baby. There was some documentation and stuff that needed to be sorted, which was taking forever in Jamaica. Literally got my son's passport with a travel document in it 6 days before I was due to travel. And so I was very stressed out prior to coming back, which is why you didn't hear me speak about it much. But one thing I want to be very clear on is that I've always been very transparent throughout all of my videos, and I've always said that I would come back and forward from Jamaica to the UK. So I don't want people to see this as like me giving up on Jamaica, or the fact that I moved back to the UK. No, I haven't moved back. Number one, okay, that's 2 fingers, but number one, I've just had a baby. My family on my side were yet to meet my son, and so it was inevitable that I had to come back to the UK for that reason. Do I plan on going back? Yes, I do. I do plan on going back to Jamaica, but for those of you that don't know, I used to, when I was in Jamaica, live in St. Thomas. And don't get me wrong, I love the country, but I just feel like St. Thomas, as it stands right now, is a little too underdeveloped for me, especially being someone who has gone from living in London to now literally going full-blown country. Like, I've been traveling consecutively back and forward from Jamaica for the last seven, nearly 8 years, right? And so I'm very familiar with St. Thomas, but living in Jamaica and vacationing in Jamaica is 2 completely different things, guys. Completely different things. You will encounter struggles that you never thought that you would. Some examples being little things, just like the accessibility to things in London. I mean, and by no means am I complaining, but this is just things that affected me personally. Every experience is different. And before I continue, actually, I do want to put a disclaimer out that I will accept no negativity on this page. I am sharing my experience so that people who want to live like I am, either back and forward from Jamaica or just transition to Jamaica entirely, I'm sharing my experiences so that you guys know what to do. I'm not sharing it so that you guys, can bash me for making my choices. And so for that reason, no negativity is allowed. You will get deleted, you will get blocked, and you just won't have any access to any of my future videos, because yeah, it's not nice. Okay, so with that being said, back to what I was saying now. Living in Jamaica and vacationing are 2 completely different things. And although I had been coming back and forward for the past 7 to 8 years, there were a lot of things that I realised that I need, and a lot of difficulties whilst being in Jamaica full time. Little things like going to the bank takes you all day. Food is expensive, whether you agree or disagree. For me, I found food to be expensive in Jamaica. Despite the fact that I had pounds and not Jamaican dollars, I still found it expensive. Even things like vegetables. I also want to shift where I was living. That goes back to what I was saying previously, what I didn't finish, which is that St. Thomas is a little undeveloped for me. And it's a big transition from going from London, city life, having fast accessibility to things, to now being in the country where everything is slow and always having to travel to Kingston to either go shopping, get my hair done, do my nails. It's just long. It's really long, and Kingston is really expensive, guys. And like, I might as well be in Kingston, right? If I'm going to keep having to travel 45 minutes going and coming, depending on traffic, it could take up to an hour. I might as well just live in Kingston. And to be quite honest with you, I don't have the funds to do that right now. Believe it or not, securing a property in Jamaica is expensive. Whether it's your own property or renting property, it's a lot of money. And a lot of the plans, guys, that I had didn't work out in Jamaica. A lot of the businesses that I intended to start didn't work out in Jamaica. Things like customs. Customs was a big reason why things didn't work out for me. Customs was super expensive to clear items, and so I just felt like it was necessary for me to, go back to the drawing board and say, you know what, Akira? You came, you saw, you conquered, you did it for a whole year and a half. Let's go back. Let's go plan. Let's build things from the ground up here in the UK, whilst I have, that more accessibility to things, and then build from there. It's not the first time that I've done it. I actually moved to Jamaica in 2019. I do speak about this. I have spoken about this on one of my previous videos, that I moved to Jamaica with the intention of doing what I've done last year, which was I intended to do my YouTube channel. I intended to start businesses. I intended to live permanently, but I only ended up staying for 4 months, guys. And I didn't start my YouTube channel that year. This is why I say, guys, that it's okay. It's okay to go back to the drawing board and start again. It is not a failure. The biggest risk in life will be the risk that you don't take. Honestly, guys. Because how do you know how it's going to be until you've done it? Until you've made that step. And so I find that people can be very judgmental on YouTube and be like, oh, well, Jamaica didn't work out for you. You had to start again. I knew you would end up coming back. And it's like, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to start again. It's okay to go back to the drawing board. But guess what? At least I made the step. At least I did it. At least I was confident enough to follow my heart. And if I didn't, would my son be here today? Everything in life happens for a reason, okay? So when I tried in 2019, I ended up staying for only 4 months. Like, there was a lot going on with me in that year. Just in January, my grandfather passed away. So in February of 2019, my grandfather passed away. And from December 2018, I actually had my flight booked. So he died in the UK, and I wasn't able to attend his funeral because I couldn't cancel my flight to Jamaica. And so for those next coming months, I just couldn't. My head was not in the right space. I just couldn't focus. I couldn't get anything done. Hence, I didn't start my YouTube channel. Literally nothing. Like the whole 4 months while I was in Jamaica, I was a mess. But guess what? I didn't give up. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I came back to London. I worked, even though I told myself I didn't want to work ever again in a 9-to-5 thing. Sometimes in a 9-to-5 like environment, sometimes you have to put your tail between your legs and go back. And so I came, I back, I worked, gathered some money, and came back in 2020. I didn't have all the money that I wanted, but for my own peace of mind, I said, listen, I gotta go. I needed to go. I followed my intuition. I trusted my intuition. Left in January of 2020. I know that if I was in London for this pandemic, I would not have been able to handle it. And why I'm saying this to you guys is because I want you to follow your heart. I want you to trust your intuition. I want you to just go for it. I have a lot of people message me who are on the fence about moving to Jamaica. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. What harm is there in trying? Do you know what I mean? I've just come to the conclusion now that it's gonna have to be a back and forward thing for me, you know? 6 months. I don't know if it's gonna be 50-50, so I'm gonna do half and half. I think the majority of the time I will spend in Jamaica, and just I still need the structure of London. I think I'm gonna come back to London to shop because I cannot buy clothes in Jamaica. I refuse to pay for clothes that are on AliExpress for dirt cheap and pay quadruple the amount. I can't do it. Listen, I love my little Primark, guys. If you don't know that about me, please do go watch my vlog. when I arrived in the UK, me and Sasha went to Primark, so go watch that vlog. But yeah, I am cheap. Like, I could have £1 million in my bank account and I'ma still buy affordable things, child. But yeah, so basically I came back to the UK to, number one, let my family see my son, re-up on goods, send barrels back, and also rework some things out, you know. Now it's not just myself that I have accountability for, it's my child. I'm not just in like a relationship this is serious. Like, I have a whole family that I need to think about, do you know what I mean? And so issue is real now. So I have to come back and re-collaborate. And I don't feel bad about doing that, you know. I'm happy with my choices, although I am not gonna lie, I am finding it hard to be back in the UK. I'm finding it hard to settle. I don't know, guys. I'm still figuring out the kinks of motherhood. But one thing I am doing to kind of help with my mental health right now is, well, as of tomorrow, I will be starting therapy. That's so important for me. I wanted to do it for the longest time, but I just wanted to find the right therapist. Finally, I found a good company. So that's a plus. Also, I'm doing a 21-day detox, which is why you see me in gym clothes with my girl Bliss. I have a lot of goals and things that I want to do and things that I want to achieve. But that was all I came to really talk about, guys. I just wanted to give you guys an update about where I stand. I'm still gonna give Jamaica another chance. I'm not done with Jamaica just yet.